Good morning from Milano. What's on my mind today are these two things that I've mentioned recently, I think, actually. One is dot connecting, and the other is divine timing, and they are very related. I think in one of the episodes that I did recently, I was talking about something I had heard about how easy it is to connect the dots when you look back. And I think I was inviting people to think about what might be right in front of them that may be those that connect us to the next path that we are meant to forge. And divine timing is related because it's so easy to look back and say, oh, wow, that was just amazing how things worked out. One of the ones that pops into my mind every time I think of divine timing is related to when my sister passed away. The story was that I came out of a morning meditation. I realized that it was really time to move away from my business, Scout Talent. And within weeks, literally within weeks of having told my staff that I was going to be downsizing, my sister fell ill and died 6 months later. Now, that's an extreme example, but it was absolutely uncanny. And it was an incredibly profound experience that I was able to be so present and available during those last months of her life. Anyway, the reason I'm thinking about this is because I got a message from one of my friends, and there's this extraordinary convergence of events happening in her life. So much so that it could trigger incredible fear and anxiety. Just to give you an idea of the magnitude of what's going on, their situation involves an ailing parent and the imminent loss of their family home, among other things. But the point is that in my friend's beautiful message to me, they said, there are so many moving pieces here. On the one hand, it totally freaks me out. And on the other hand, I'm very grateful because I can see the divine timing. And it was like, wow, it kind of took my breath away because it is so easy to see the dot connecting and the divine timing in our life in retrospect in the rearview mirror. And it's a whole different level of faith when you can put your trust and your heart and your knowingness in the hands of God or in the hands of the universe or however you make sense of or make reference to life. So I guess I'd say if you happen to be listening to this at a time in your life when you're feeling anxious or uncertain, or you just kind of want to get to the end of the script and know how things are going to play out, if you hear nothing else, I hope you will hear this invitation to trust and that you will leave some space for this beautiful thing that happens in life called divine timing. Because trust me, it is very real. If you think about it just for a minute, you'll be able to identify times in your past, more than one time in your life, when things worked out. Times when you can look back and say, oh, yeah, I couldn't see it then, but things really were working out for me. Divine timing is a real thing. And as difficult as it can be, our job is simply to trust. And I do know that it's easier said than done. And the best thing I can offer when you're feeling anxious or uncertain is to try to think of a time in the past when things have worked out. I'll leave you with that for today. Until next time, from my heart to yours.